Hey hunters and welcome to the den. In this video I give you 25 tips and tricks for Monster Hunter Generations Ultimate. Some of these tips are also spread throughout my other videos, so some of them may seem familiar to you, if you already watch my content. Let's get started. Do not do only the hub and village key quests, because you will miss out on the important quest for hunter arts. Let's take Absolute Readiness as an example. It's one of the most used hunter arts and is unlocked by Wyvern Sandrunners. You will never get this awesome hunter art if you only focus on key quests, because Wyvern Sandrunners isn't a key quest. Use the Palico Farm after every hunt, especially the trader, to build a supply of important items, honey for mega potions for example. This will ensure that you will always be covered with the materials you need for your combo recipes. Combine this with item sets and you are good to go. I feel like I say it in every video, but it's really that important to use the Palico Farm. If you reach high rank and are not prepared, you could have a pretty bad time. Use the site mhgu.kiranico.com to look up drop rates and drop locations if you want to know where to get a specific item. You can do it without Kiranico, sure, but if you feel lost or are frustrated with searching for a specific item, I advise using the site. If you have problems with a monster, you should study it. Start a hunt for observation only. Try to analyze how it moves, what indicates a move, and how you could evade it. The benefit of such an observation hunt is that you focus on the monster's moveset, one element of the hunt, and then you combine this knowledge with fighting the monster. Don't get me wrong, you fight the monster during the hunt, but your focus is on learning and observation, especially when the monster gets angry or enters a certain stage. Like the ogre, its behavior will change and it's good to know what the differences are and how to deal with them. It will become easier to evade and punish certain moves of the monster because you know exactly what the monster can do, how long it will do it, and what it can do. Sharpen your blade when you're dropping a level of sharpness or an advance if you know that you will drop a level soon. This is not advisable if your weapon only has a tiny sliver of the maximum sharpness level. In that case, you can ignore the first drop. Overall, it's a good rule of thumb, because if you bounce off the monster due to low sharpness, it can be a death sentence in later hunts. There is a set called Bouja Bouja Boo, which is a well-known set in the community, which I already made a video of, called Best Armor for Beginners. This set will carry you through low rank with ease with its attack bonus. The armor set consists of 4 attack jewels, a Baldrum cap, Juggy mail, Baldrum braces, Juggy falls and Baldrum greaves. The set will give you attack up L, which is, especially at the beginning, a very strong attack bonus. Capturing and carving have different drop rates for certain monster parts. Even wounding certain body parts is a factor. So if you want a higher chance to get a specific item, you should give the monster a search on Kiranico. This way, you are always hunting for the monster part you need in the most efficient way. Think of your fellow hunters during the hunt and support them with group healing items, traps, flash bombs, etc. Maybe you have a new hunter at your side who does not have much experience or isn't that good yet. You can be the catalyst for your group's success in the hunt. Trap the monster, heal with items in critical moments, blind the monster and so on. The whole group can benefit from your actions. You can get free items at your housekeeper to make your journey a bit easier. Just download the item packs at your housekeeper and claim them. This way you can get all sorts of items like mega potions, veggie elder tickets and much more. After you finished high rank in the hub, you can do G rank, which is a lot harder than high rank. To make your transition into G rank a bit easier, you can craft elder weapons, which are not hard to craft and should give you a good damage upgrade. To craft the elder weapons, you first have to unlock it with some ore gathering on G rank. If you need a good starter armor too, the alloy armor is a great option. You can gather the Meltspar ore for the set after you reach G2 on the deserted island, for example. Don't underestimate the importance of traps and mounting. These are optional in a hunt, but especially in multiplayer you can make your team's hunt a lot easier and quicker. Every time you trap or down a monster, the whole team have time to get damage on the monster. To mount a monster, you have to do enough mount damage through aerial attacks, which you can do with aerial style, certain hunter arts, or jumping from ledges, as an example. You should try to upgrade your weapons at every star level up in the village or hub. After reaching a new level, take a look at the new quests and watch out for new maps, where you should go and gather materials, especially ores. This is true for every rank. You will notice that you can't travel to the high rank or G rank version of every map from the start. These will be unlocked if you are further into the rank. It's a good idea to never let your HP drop below 50%, because some monsters can easily take your lights out if you don't evade a certain attack. If you know the damage and the moveset of the monsters well enough, this rule maybe doesn't apply, but overall it's a good rule of thumb. A good way to get faster from A to B is using map shortcuts. Some shortcuts are more useful than others, but it's good to know them all. That's why you will find them all in the MHGU map shortcuts guide on my channel. In high rank you will be able to buy power and armor charms at the trader. Carrying those charms around will give you a flat armor and attack bonus, which you should definitely take advantage of. Later on, you can combine it with a Devil Joe talon to create a power or armor talon. These can be stacked with the normal charm versions to get you an even higher bonus. This takes up some space in your item pouch, but it's worth it in my opinion. Even if you're not on a capture hunt, you can capture the monster to shorten the hunt. Especially with monsters that give you a hard time, this can be very valuable. But this will not work on elder dragons like Valstrax or Kirin. Use hunters for hire, at least if you're playing online and got guild cards, to your advantage. I think hunters for hire is best used to get materials from small monsters like Binahabaras. You can set your search parameters in the village overview. If you want to know everything about the feature, take a look at my in-depth Hunters for Hire guide. Gathering can be exhausting, especially in the beginning where your tools break all the time. But you can use Prowler mode to make it easier for you, because Prowlers do not need any gathering tools to gather materials. Even hot or cold areas are no problem for your Prowler. Not every hunting style is suitable for every monster. There are a lot of big monsters in MHGU and not every hunting style and weapon combination is suitable for every monster. I'm not saying you can't do it, but if you have a really hard time with a monster, try out another hunting style. Customize your Palico on the Palico board to get the most out of them. They will be laying traps, healing you, flashing the monster and a lot more. I created an in-depth Palico guide where you will learn everything about them and the Palico Farm. So if you want to know everything about them, I advise you to watch the guide. Your progression in the village and hub is dependent on key quest. Those are separate for village and hub. Not every quest is a key quest, and only key quests are mandatory to progress in the game. So if you want to get as fast as possible to G rank, you can watch my key quest guide on the village and hub to know them all. In MHGU, skills activate if you reach a certain threshold of skill points for a skill. If you can't reach that threshold, which is 10, 15 or 20, don't waste your points on them, because you will not get any benefit from them. This is true for negative skills too, which will not activate until you reach a specific threshold. Changing hunting styles is not only a good thing if you want to shake things up a little bit and make it more interesting. It's also a good way to make the hunts easier for yourself. Especially Veiler and Adept style, depending on the monster and your hunting behavior, can make it a lot easier for yourself. But don't forget to hunt with guild style from time to time, because some hunting style features can become a crutch if you rely too heavily on them. Sometimes a hunt is so challenging you burn through your supplies in no time. In those situations, or in hard hunts in general, supply drops can be very helpful. After reaching the lab through the story and unlocking the supply drops there, you can use them with your box. Just use Provision Division, reserve supply drop, and then you can choose from some different drops that will land near you if the conditions are met. Those conditions can be seen on the supply drop window of the supply drop you've chosen. And the last tip is a bit of self-promotion, but I highly recommend you watch my beginner guide for MHGU if you are new to the game. It's packed with information and will give you a very good start in the world of Monster Hunter Generations Ultimate. That's it for the tips and tricks for MHGU. I wish you a wonderful day. Until next time.